Hey everyone, Kev Schofield from the Shasta forum again. Thought I would do another quick demonstration video because I've been getting some questions on how I'm doing my spray paint on the trailer. You know, I'm doing a paint job that's going to cost about $40 for a 16-foot air flight. So I thought I would just show you a couple of things real quick. This is not a professional paint job by any means, but the results are not bad. Here's where I'm at right now. The back of this trailer is done. It was painted right where you see it in the garage here. And come around the side, you can see the difference between the new stuff on the bottom here and the old stuff on the top here. Now I've had questions about prep work and sanding and all that. Pretty much all I'm doing is wiping it down with, green works, but I mean you can use anything like Windex. I'm just wiping it down, and I'm using Rustoleum gloss paint. I was able to find a bunch of this 25% extra stuff at Walmart for $3.87 a can, so I bought all my white, red, and black at that time. And things are, going quickly and easily on this. I also thought I'd show you, this is my workspace. I do have a high door, so the trailer came right in, but I've only got, 2.5 feet on one side. And on the other side, I do have some room. But as you can see, this isn't a professional shop by any means, I've set up temporary paint booths by standing up cardboard to paint different things. There's the fridge vent cover. Here's the entryway door, and I put cardboard, in behind here and sprayed it right out here in the garage. So, if I can do this with limited resources and a limited kind of shop, then really anybody can get decent results. So I'll show you the section that I'm going to do. It's this small section right here in the front. And I've been doing this just, one part at a time, taking my time. And all I've done on this part here is wipe it down with the green works, and I've taped off the red stripe that was already done, and I've taped it off down below. And I've just used a little bit of blue tape to go on the back side of the molding there. And I do have a couple of holes from a TV antenna mount that was on here. So all I'm going to do to fill those, use a couple of my new stainless screws that I got for the drip edges and the windows and all that, and I'm just going to fill them, the holes, with that, because in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't going to matter whether I, carefully bondo those and smooth them out or not. I mean, I'm not going for a museum piece here. I just want something that looks nice that my family and I can use for a few years while the kids are growing up. There you go. That fixes those holes. So now I will grab the paint and go ahead and put some paint down on this so you can see. I'll set this over here, and I think you can see that. I'll be right back. Biggest thing about spray painting is that you don't want to be too close and too thick or too far away so that it's just a mist that hits it. You really want to be, 10 inches away, 10 to 12 inches away, and you want to go with slow, steady strokes. You don't want to start in one spot and get a big blotch that runs down the side. You kind of want to start past where you're working, and come into it with a nice, slow, steady approach, and do a little bit at a time. It's not hard. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Normally I wear a respirator when I'm doing one of the high sections and I've got paint dropping on me, but this is a low, quick section, so I'll just show you quickly how easy this is. This won't take even a couple minutes. And I like to edge, where I'm doing on the trim and whatnot, so I'm not tempted to go too far past it and risk any overspray. And I put an edge on that, and I'll just do a little bit of time right here. can see, from my perspective as you're doing it, you can see the coverage is real nice. Nice and glossy. It's not running. It's covering up any of the stains or missing paint that was on the aluminum before. Your finger does get tired, I will say that. And one last small little spot right here. Making sure I've got good coverage on those edges. And that's that. I'll show you how it looks. You just want to be careful not to bang into it after you do it. But here's what we just did, that quick and easy. And you can see, I think, with some of the light on it, you know, that there's a nice gloss on it. And as it dries, it gets a real nice smooth finish. So there you have it. That's how quick and easy it is to do a section of your trailer. The entire paint job, paint, tape, paper, everything, $50 or less on this style trailer. So I know it can't be beat. You know, if you're going for museum quality or some sort of professional restoration, this definitely isn't for you. But if you just want something that's going to look nice and last for a while, I think this is a great option, a great way to go. So there you go. That's my little demo video on spray paint. Bye.